Thank you, Indivari. Good evening and welcome to the Weather Centre. Now, as you said, severe weather patterns were experienced in the island over the last 24 hours, prompting flash flooding and causing havoc across cities. The Kalu, Ging and Nilawala rivers have reached spill level owing to the heavy rains. Meanwhile, the Kalu river is also reported to be rising spill level. Districts of Ratnapura, Galle and Kalutara are the most affected. Our correspondent managed to capture footage of the current situation in several areas across the island owing to the inclement weather condition. With the onset of heavy rain, several areas in the Ratnapura district have been inundated. According to our correspondent, 220 families, including 128 persons belonging to 34 families in Ratnapura and 10 persons in the Alapatha, have been evacuated to safer ground.
Hello?
Several houses in the Halwal area in Alapatha were underwater while an earth slip occurred in the Palugampala, damaging a house. 24 persons from Palmadula and 10 persons in Kuruvita were evacuated due to earth slips. Meanwhile, the Kalugang river reached spill level in the Ratnapura and Kalutara district. Thereby, the Disaster Management Centre stated that a warning has been issued to low-lying areas. Several areas including Colombo, Kalani and Biagama were also inundated. The inclement weather condition meanwhile wreaked havoc in the Galle district. A wall collapsed atop 30 houses in Ambalangoda, causing partial damages. Heavy rains flooded the weekly market while Madu River in Balapitiya reached spill level, flooding the Ovilana in Pathamulla. A backhoe was used to widen the estuary of the Madu River. Main roads in the city of Galle were also left inundated owing to heavy rains. Severe damages were caused to Thotagar College in Akmeemana when an earth slip occurred at around 9 a.m., damaging the teacher's room. School administrators called on the school's closure due to the incident. Vehicular movement along the Udugam Akuras area came to a standstill this morning when an earth embankment collapsed in Koralagama. Meanwhile, a colony of houses in Ambalangoda was inundated owing to Madampa River breaking its banks. The area experienced continuous rain for 2 days. Subsequent to the plea of area residents, did the officers take measure to open spill gates of the Madampa River to release flood waters this morning. The Disaster Management Centre stated that 6,500 persons belonging to 1,701 families have been affected by floods in the Galle district. Meanwhile, the Badrelia Kalaban Road and surrounding areas were inundated owing to Manguru River breaking its bank. Furthermore, parts of a wall of the Gatatana Valangala Primary School collapsed due to the inclement weather. A 7-year-old child was injured when a tree collapsed on a house due to strong gusts of wind passing through the Rattota Bandarapul area in Matale. He is currently receiving treatment at the Matale District Hospital. Meanwhile, strong gusts of wind which blew across Vaunia last evening caused damage to 5 motorcycles and a house when a tree was uprooted in the area. Several houses in the Kinya, Kuchaveli and Trincomalee areas were reported to have been damaged last night owing to strong gusts of wind. Subsequently, the residents were relocated at safer grounds. Fishermen in Batiklo refrained from going to sea due to the inclement weather, while 150 houses of fishing villages in the Vakare, Valachena, Kaluwankeda and Kalavankudi were damaged due to strong winds. The government meanwhile requests motorists to keep under 60 km per hour when travelling along the expressway as a precautionary measure. Misty weather conditions were experienced in several areas in the Nuvareli and Badula districts. The inclement weather has left many people affected due to floods. The Disaster Management Centre says necessary relief efforts have begun while people have also been evacuated from high-risk areas across the island. According to the Disaster Management Centre, 220 persons of 58 families have been affected by the heavy rains in the Ratnapura district. Furthermore, 6,507 members of 1,701 families have been affected in the Galle district, while 10 families have been displaced in Kalutara owing to the adverse weather conditions.
There are several floods incidents being recorded, especially the flash flood incidents being recorded in Galle and Kalu. In Ratnapura, 96 people been temporarily accommodated in safer locations. Then all disaster management units being deployed for all upcoming matters. Especially naval and fishing communities need to be very vigilant because surrounding sea areas would be very rough as per the wind speed could increase more than 60 to 70 kilometers per hour. Irrigation department is continuously monitoring the situation, and disaster management center is catering all the communications up to the ground level, and still the Kalaniganga and the Kalu and Nilawala been observed as a rising water level. There are some strong winds blown over Trincomalee as well as Batiklo, and few houses been temporarily damaged. And there are several incidents being recorded in Thimbiriga side DS division in Colombo. Around several houses are in danger of Nuga Gahapura housing scheme. So NBRO alerted all those people, and district disaster management unit being deployed for that evacuations and all. And in a National Building and Research Organization, they have issued the warning over the possibility of landslides in Kegol, Ratnapura, Galle and Kalu district.
The Met Department has warned that deep and shallow sea areas of the coast extending from Mena to Pothuwil via Colombo, Galle and Hambantota can be very rough at times, as the wind speed may increase up to 60 to 70 kilometers per hour at times. The Met Department warns that the public should take necessary precautions to avert lightning-related incidents, as showers and thunder showers are expected to continue over the next few days.
This monsoon trough will move away within next few days, and then after that monsoon will establish, and then the showers will be confined to the southwestern part. Presently the showers can occur at any place over the country, but then after the establishment of the southwest monsoon, showers will confine to the southwestern part only.
That's it from the Weather Center for the moment. I will have a full report on the 24-hour weather forecast later on in the bulletin. In the back to you.